What is good and welcome to the Chat Racks. And I said recently I want to be checking out stadiums of baseball, football, hockey. What am I missing out? Basketball and the college football especially. Like I want to see some of them stadiums, facilities. I just want to be seeing all of that type of stuff. And I thought we haven't done a baseball video for a little bit. I can't remember, but I thought we'll start with critiquing every MLB stadium 2022 Ballparks. I've butchered this intro as usual. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go.
There is one thing about baseball that separates it from other sports. Nowadays, no two MLB stadiums are alike, all the way down to the dimensions. When you see a ball game, you also get to see a ballpark. So let's critique all 30 of them.
I was going to say, you can't really have, I won't pause it too many times, but I guess you could have a full kind of circle stadium. But I feel like with the way the park, the field is angled and the way it's set out, I don't know if it would work.
After this. For this video, we're going from oldest ballpark to newest. Let's do it. Yes, we've told the story of the oldest ballpark in the major leagues many times.
1912,
all the quirks and charms it has. Personally, I love the seats on top of the green monster. If you look back historically, the large outfield wall used to be covered in ads, which is soon how the players will be. Fenway is, of course, a national treasure and will be continually refurbished and updated until the end of time. Another well-covered field, literally with ivy. Wrigley has seen many.
There is going to be many names I recognize, but
MLB ballpark to add permanent lights in 1988. One distinction it holds is being the only MLB stadium to not.
See, that again is how I feel like is the best way to set out these stadiums. Like, if you're sitting over here, hopefully my mouse can be seen. You're just not really gonna be seeing much, are you? Like, it can't be. I don't know.
Padding on the outfield walls, as it must not be feasible.
Well, there is seats there, isn't there?
That's really my only criticism of the place. The famous marquee
There's
outside was refurbished in 2016.
Ignore that.
A new coat of paint and new LED lights. Still an all-time classic. When you think of old MLB stadiums, you think Fenway and Wrigley. However, Dodger Stadium is on that same plane in terms of legacy. Not only is it the third oldest, but it is the largest in capacity. An older style designed by simply outlasting other parks of its era, Dodger Stadium has held up.
I like how it's very. I can't lie, I probably will pause for every stadium. I do like how. I don't know how to describe that, but it's almost like it's built in. Like it's. I don't know how to describe that other than that. Like, I like that a lot.
The problem I have with this place is the fans getting into dust-ups, not knowing how to act in public. I'm not going to let that define Dodger fans, but y'all need to clean it up. Down the road is Angel Stadium, which features a structure in center field that Noah Syndergaard just learned was a waterfall. Makes sense, though, probably with the...
I think it's because of the surrounding area, like the car park. Like, that's... I mean, that's a lot of car parking spaces. God, imagine can't finding your car. Imagine you park over there, and you gotta wait for all of these people to kind of leave before you can get out. Oh my god. But like these build yeah, I don't like that.
Don't run it much anymore. Fun fact: the big A sign used to be a support for the scoreboard. Though the stadium is pretty old, it's basically been rebuilt on top of the old one. So this park isn't going anywhere anytime soon. It's not the best park, but not the worst. Here it is, MLB's Dinosaur, the last relic of a bygone era where baseball and football coexisted in a stadium about as well as rational takes and Twitter. Not even a hot take.
Imagine sitting up there, though.
Ballpark, as it was never designed for baseball, and its mega renovation was done for a football team that left. The saddest part is, the thing that makes this place great, the fans are so pissed at the team that this is what games look like now. It's just a sad situation all around. That's all I can say. And now the antithesis of Oakland, an older ballpark that has been well maintained. And
again, it's like, but just sitting up here, you're not seeing anything, are you? Like, I know they're called like the cheap seats, aren't they? But it's just like,
and has managed to be considered one of the better looking ballparks despite
I do like that, though.
Renovated in 1999.
I guess that's a football team.
My favorite feature is the fountains in center field called the waterfall.
I do like that design, though.
Hopefully they don't have that.
I know nothing about architecture. I'm not going to pretend I do. I'm just going by what looks nice to me.
However, they fit the overall aesthetic of the ballpark.
Look at these car parks. Like,
definitely need to catch a game here. The first stadium in MLB to have a retractable roof at the touch of the button. Yeah, Olympic Stadium had one, but it sucked. Once the most state-of-the-art park in MLB and possibly the world, it's now showing signs of age. The seats and the rails are fatigued. The features are outdated.
Well, I can't really see the stadium.
Which would be a cool way to watch a baseball game. However, because of its age, there is speculation that the Sky Dome will either get a massive remodel or eventually be replaced soon. I've been here and it was decent, but a little weathered. The Cougar of MLB ballparks. Hey, you can say the outside of this place is pretty ugly. That's fair, but let's not ignore the inside of this place, which is also horrific. Look, this place gets panned because of the catwalk and sterile environment, but it is better than the
What team was that? I didn't even see.
And outdoor game in the humid
didn't like that.
Southwest Florida. I am impressed that this place has made it 32 years, though. Okay, not the ugliest or worst park in the league, but definitely the dumbest name in all of baseball. Ironically, a shameless marketer like Bill Veeck would love the moniker. I'll give the Sox credit. The ballpark is being constantly upgraded and more amenities.
See, I don't mind that design. I don't mind that one.
Garden, as well as a diamond-shaped pavilion inside. But those who have been to games here say the environment inside is old and depressing, like a retirement home. Now we're getting to an all-timer. Opened in 1992, it ushered in the retro classic style. But since
it looks like it's from a jail, like that bit there.
A classic. Also, credit has to be given to Peter Angelos for never selling out the name of this place. Though, I'm starting to think that the fans might be willing to make a trade so that the team will be competitive again. This year, the left field wall received a major alteration, with it being pushed back to Fells Point. Still, one of my favorite places to watch a game. Plus, the crab cakes are delicious. You ever share a drink with your and wake up ready in your gut? World's first
I know that I rate you, but I ain't getting paid.
5 points spelled and get 15% off your order. From one skinflint owner to another, Progressive Field started the
I don't like that
era of retro classic ballparks you'll be seeing. Feels weird to call them the Guardians now, but I'm getting used to it. One of the unique features of Progressive is how they tackled the lighting. 19 individual light towers surround the park and they look like giant toothbrushes. I definitely like the exposed beam style architecture here. This is a good looking stadium. I will give Coors Field credit. In 27 years, at least, they haven't changed the name.
I see. So this is the one, right, where because of the air density or something, right? Like there's more home runs than any other place, but like
once. It's your standard HOK sports / popular.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
With bricks. It's well known that this is the only park where the balls, giggity, are cooled in a fridge before the game to keep the amount of homers down. But since the field area is also huge, they give up a ton of doubles and triples. Additionally, the Rockies give up a lot of talent to other teams in the league. Opened in 1998, Chase Field was the first U.S. stadium to have a retractable roof and a natural grass playing surface. As you can see here, it was closed on the day Google Maps did a flyover. Two cool things about this place. It's been the only home of the D-backs in their entire history, something only the Rays can also boast. And I love the huge wall in center field, just basically saying only real men can go deep in center here. T-Mobile in Seattle has a retractable roof, which looks amazingly huge in proportion to the
I don't mind that.
The size.
I don't mind that one at all.
And scale of the roof truss is breathtaking. At one point when Nintendo owned the place, you could access game features on your DS. Now you can just get overpriced cell phone service. I do like where the park is situated close to the harbor, and when it's not raining, you can get stunning evening views of Puget Sound and the city. The only ballpark to feature a pathway between the mound and the plate, a landing strip if you will. Detroit natives will get that reference. One thing I love about Comerica is the unique entranceways located at every corner of the park.
I don't like that.
One has 2 giant tigers, another 2 giant bats, one a Ferris wheel, and one dumps right into the Pepsi Pavilion. The ballpark upgraded this year's food selection. However, they didn't bother upgrading
Actually, I can't. No, I don't.
Alright, aside from the trash cans, this
Minute
actually
Maid
is
Park.
a really cool field. It used to be the site of Union Station, which explains the huge locomotive
Ooh.
out in left field.
I don't mind that.
And that ties in perfectly to how the roof truss system operates.
Nice and
on
close,
giant
that one. I don't mind
sliding
that.
rails.
I haven't had a
We
favourite
wish
one
they
so
would bring
far.
back Towles Hill in center. Instead, they replaced it with a telescope. A ballpark where the right field fence serves as a flood
See,
wall.
I like that purely because
The
of
playing surface
the
is
water
well
there.
below sea level. Oracle Park features McCovey Cove, where baseballs get rescued from drowning. Pretty clever that they did this in order to not have to construct an extended right field upper deck.
So I imagine a lot of balls go in that water.
I really like this field, though there isn't much parking here unless you own a boat. Left field features the humongous Coke bottle and glove and the Chevron ad on the fence, which has interfered with batted baseball. This is also where Barry Bonds broke the record for most steroids taken in one season.
Nice.
This has always been my favorite roof design, as from just a pure engineering and execution standpoint, it's both beautiful and
I like that a
functional.
lot.
However, if you look at it from above, it kind of makes the park look a little truncated, but that's not important. Other than that, this looks
I can't lie though, like I'm supposed to be looking at the field, but it's the parking lots that are really getting my attention. Like,
place to catch a game, drink lots of beer, and watch a
It's
man
nuts.
in a man suit slide down a slide. With
Nice.
PNC Field, I find nothing wrong with it. The thing is, it appeared in the early 2000s where the retro classic look was starting to get a little tired. And you will continue to see this trend throughout the newer ballparks, but I absolutely love the views of the Allegheny and the city's many bridges. But the sad part about PNC is that the park is the best thing the Pirates have to offer. Wait, another retro classic ballpark located next to a river? You don't say. Site of this year's terrifying Reds ball club, Great American Ballparks has some unique features.
I do
both
like that.
Pleasing and unpleasing.
I think
Replica
actually that
has some
is my favourite so far.
unique features, both
Yeah. Cincinnati. You have my favourite stadium.
and unpleasing. There's a tiny replica of Crosley Field and a pavilion designed to look like a steamboat in center. However, the front gate on the third baseline is an entranceway that breaks up both the mezzanine and upper deck, reminding me of Michael Strahan's Gap Tooth. Overall, a solid ballpark that might witness 10 wins this year. An homage to the classic jewel box style ballparks of the
That's
early
nice.
1900s, Citizens Bank features a sharp, angular design that is a welcome departure from the standard, over-computerized look of other retro classic ballparks. I like the
Cincinnati
roofing
still
element
has
of the
it.
park is a remarkable execution of a closed-in, planned stadium
Like how
complex.
I guess that's another football stadium. Like, they're so close, hence probably why these parking lots are so massive. But they can't play on the same day, surely.
And good job to Philly for cleaning up the south side. It used to be rough down there in the old days of the vet. And I still hate the Phillies, though. Yes, Petco is a modern retro ballpark,
No,
but to
don't
me
know
it kind
that.
of seems much like a hotel, especially with the sterile buildings outside of the park. I like how they integrated the Western Metal Supply building, which was slated for demolition had the park not been built in 2004. However, I'm not a big fan of the large concrete light towers, which feature luxury suites. They just look clunky and out of place. Still a good ballpark. A huge step up from the old Busch Stadium, this stadium follows the completely enclosed model. It kind of looks like it's a shopping mall with the seated area carved out in the middle.
I feel like the
Rock
newer they're
baseball and
getting,
residential and shopping
other
area
than
was added
Cincinnati,
across
like,
the street on
the
site
less
of
I'm
the
liking
old
them.
Busch Stadium. I've seen many games here.
Ooh.
Nationals Park is a testament to
Oh, you're right, it's
overcoming
too big, yeah, boy. Okay. I don't mind that.
bureaucracy and a
I
rushed
don't
timeline,
mind that
as
at
it was
all.
built like a modular home in different stages. This odd area in center field is actually a shout to the old Griffith Stadium, whose dimensions were unintentionally constrained because back in the day a property
No,
owner
Cincinnati still has it, but
house
you're coming
for the
close.
ballpark. The exterior reminds me of the old RFK, which is still sitting abandoned down the river. Much like Philly, I'm glad they cleaned up Southeast, as back in the day you wouldn't want to walk around the Navy Yard. This stadium is fire. Ha. Big improvement over Shea, which had a lot of character and huge rats. I love the Jackie Robinson Rotunda, a tribute to the long gone Ebbets Field. Fun fact, originally the home run
I
apple
d-
was not supposed to come to Citi Field, but fans protested.
I do like it, but I still prefer
Built
Cincinnati's.
as a replacement to the beloved old Yankee Stadium, new Yankee Stadium has been a love-hate kind of thing in the Bronx. No question, old Yankee Stadium had to go, but the new one did a good job of capturing the old one's essence. But some fans have complained about it. Wait, Yankees fans complaining about something? The ball.
I have been told I'm not allowed to like anything Yankees. The amount of comments that have told me Yankees are the one team that I can't like. So I'm not even going to comment on their stadium.
Seats in center, and now the Yankees
No,
are winning again,
I
so
like
you
it.
won't hear the end of that either. It's pretty tough to make Minneapolis charming, but this ballpark pulls it off. With a large extended roof to protect the fans from snow, Target Field fits your standard retro classic mold. In center is a large structure / statue.
I'm not a fan of that one. I gotta be honest.
Characters Minnie and Paul for Minneapolis and St. Paul. The exterior is limestone, chosen because they didn't want Target to look like all the other retro ballparks, but it kind of looks like all the other retro ballparks. Actually, it kind of looks like a Target. Finally, something different. The park I thought that would have ushered in an ultra-modern era in baseball, well, just hasn't. It once had some interesting features like
I like that.
sculpture in center, fish tanks behind home plate, a roof that didn't leak, and natural grass. Yes, you heard that right. After building a retractable roof stadium, keeping the grass alive was such a challenge that they actually had to replace it with turf. I still think it's a nice looking ballpark. It's just had its fair share of growing pains. Built to replace Turner Field, which only lasted 2 decades, the Braves did actually do something smart. They
The
moved
team
the
we
hell
are
out of
following,
Atlanta in that
Braves.
awful traffic. Small and compact like Ozzy Albies, the park had the seats placed as close to the field as possible so the players could hear all the taunting from the fans. It also has an oversized roof.
It does have that kind of close, nice feel. Like we are supporting the Braves, but Cincinnati, you're still winning with the best stadium in my opinion.
So you can post clips right away. And finally, critiquing the newest MLB ballpark. You know, retro classic ballparks have been around so freaking long, they are already getting replaced. After 25 years in the ballpark, the Rangers blamed the weather for why attendance was so low, so they set out to build a stadium with a retractable roof. Except this one would have synthetic turf and not grass. Okay, so then the ballpark was then converted into an oddly configured football stadium. Not much is making sense here, but if you've ever been to Arlington, you know a dome was probably the right move. Globe Life got to host the World Series in its first year, not
I actually really like that.
because the Rangers were any good, but because of the pandemic. The park really is
Cincinnati, you still win.
huge Jumbotron and enclosed seating, and of course, sweet, sweet air conditioning. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like.
Yeah, Cincinnati, in my opinion, had the best stadium there. That's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments your favourite MLB stadium, or maybe it was that one of the past that is no longer, they've destroyed, or teams gone defunct. I don't know. We'll check out, of course, NBA stadiums, football stadiums, college facilities. I'm looking forward to checking all that stuff out. And of course, while you're down in the comments, let me know your favourite stadium. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow my second channel, more Chatwin, where all game highlights will be. Hope you all have a great day, and peace.